Have you ever noticed how, as you get older, your sleep changes? Maybe you fall asleep easily, only to wake up at 2 a.m. staring at the ceiling. Or maybe you're waking up multiple times a night, not because of stress, but simply because your brain and body feel off. If that's happening to you, you're not alone. In fact, over 50% of adults over 60 report frequent sleep interruptions. But here's the fascinating part. It's not just about aging, it's about chemistry. And that means we can change it. There's one surprising shift that happens in the brain as we age. We begin to produce less melatonin, the hormone that signals to your body that it's time to sleep. But even more critical is something scientists have only recently begun to understand: the role of electrolyte balance and hydration timing in sleep quality. In other words, what you drink before bed can either disrupt your deep sleep or switch it on like a light. What most people do: drink plain water at night. What the research shows: that might actually be contributing to your nighttime wake-ups. Why? Because water alone dilutes the essential minerals, like magnesium and potassium, that your nervous system needs to stay asleep. And without them, your brain stays stuck in a light, easily interrupted state, instead of reaching the deep, restorative stages that your body needs to repair, rebuild, and stay strong as you age.
In today's video, I'm going to walk you through a science-backed alternative, a simple, natural drink that's more effective than plain water for triggering deep sleep. We'll also explore why your brain's internal clock is harder to reset after 60, and how to fix it, the connection between low magnesium and middle-of-the-night anxiety, how glycine and collagen peptides can calm your nervous system fast, a simple protocol to shift your hydration rhythm for better sleep, a 1-minute evening ritual to boost melatonin naturally, no pills, and the exact bedtime drink recipe that works better than sleep aids, without side effects. This isn't about gimmicks. It's about understanding your biology and using that knowledge to work with your body, not against it. Let's get into it. Your sleep drive weakens with age, and why that matters. Let's start with something almost no one talks about when it comes to sleep problems after 60, your sleep drive. This is the biological pressure that builds up in your brain the longer you're awake. It's what makes you feel sleepy at night, and it's regulated by a molecule called adenosine. Now, here's the twist. Research shows that as we age, we naturally produce less adenosine throughout the day. That means your brain isn't building up the same amount of sleep pressure by bedtime. So even if you feel tired, your body doesn't transition into deep sleep as easily. This is why many seniors report feeling sleepy but restless, or waking up after just 2 or 3 hours. Adenosine works like a biological hourglass. As it fills up, you feel more and more ready to sleep. When it's low, your sleep is fragmented, light, and easier to interrupt. A 2020 study published in Nature Aging found that adults in their 60s produced significantly lower adenosine levels than those in their 20s, and that drop directly correlates with shorter deep sleep cycles. But here's the encouraging part. You can support your adenosine system without medication. One of the simplest tools is consistent wake timing, especially waking up at the same time every day, even on weekends. This aligns your body clock and gives your brain a chance to naturally build adenosine more predictably. Another practical method: daylight exposure. Getting just 20 to 30 minutes of morning sunlight helps regulate your circadian rhythm, which works hand in hand with adenosine buildup. Your eyes signal to the brain, daytime is here, and your body begins preparing for nighttime accordingly. Also, consider reducing late-day caffeine intake. Caffeine works by blocking adenosine receptors, meaning it can fake alertness and delay your natural sleep drive for hours. If you're drinking coffee past 2 p.m., you may still have caffeine in your system by 10 at night. And finally, movement matters. Gentle walking, strength training, or even gardening helps elevate sleep pressure by increasing brain metabolism, which leads to more adenosine production. So ask yourself, are you waking up and sleeping at consistent times? Are you getting natural light in the morning? Are you drinking caffeine late in the day? Are you moving enough to feel physically tired by night? These might seem simple, but they're actually foundational. Without these, even the best supplements or sleep drinks won't have much effect. In the next section, we'll talk about something even more surprising: how what you drink at night, even plain water, could be weakening your sleep instead of supporting it. Magnesium and glycine, the brain's natural sleep switches. Let's now talk about two nutrients that are absolute game changers for sleep, especially if you're waking up in the middle of the night or feeling wired when you should be winding down. They are magnesium and glycine, and together, they work as a kind of biological dimmer switch for your brain. First, magnesium. Magnesium is essential for over 300 enzymatic reactions in the body, but what's most relevant here is how it affects the brain's electrical activity. Magnesium binds to GABA receptors, GABA being the brain's main inhibitory neurotransmitter. Think of GABA as your brain's brake pedal. It tells your neurons, slow down, relax, we're safe. Without enough magnesium, that calming signal weakens, and your brain stays too active at night, especially in the prefrontal cortex, the part that handles worry, decision-making, and overthinking. A 2012 randomized clinical trial published in the Journal of Research in Medical Sciences found that older adults who supplemented with magnesium slept longer, had fewer nighttime awakenings, and had higher levels of natural melatonin. The effect wasn't massive, but it was clinically significant and had zero side effects. Now, the form matters. Magnesium glycinate is best for sleep. It's easily absorbed, gentle on the stomach, and includes glycine, which brings us to the second tool. Glycine is an amino acid that's small, simple, and surprisingly powerful. It doesn't sedate you. It works by lowering your core body temperature slightly, helping you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. Glycine also acts as a coagonist at NMDA receptors in the brain, meaning it supports balanced neurotransmission and stabilizes the transition between sleep cycles. One fascinating study from neuropsychopharmacology in 2007 showed that people who took 3 grams of glycine before bed experienced better subjective sleep quality, less fatigue during the day, and improved cognitive performance, all without feeling groggy in the morning. You can get glycine from collagen-rich foods like bone broth, but for therapeutic sleep effects, a supplement, or a collagen peptide powder, is more effective. What's elegant about combining glycine with magnesium is that they work in complementary ways. Magnesium quiets the brain's electrical signals, while glycine cools the body and stabilizes neurotransmission. Here's a simple nighttime protocol. Magnesium glycinate, 200 to 400 milligrams, about 1 hour before bed. Glycine powder, 3 grams, mixed in warm water or tea. Optional. Combine with collagen peptides for added glycine and joint support. Some people feel a difference on the first night. For others, it takes 3 to 5 days of consistent use to feel the full effect. Ask yourself, are you currently taking magnesium? And is it the right form? Have you ever tried glycine as a sleep tool? If you haven't, this may be the missing piece in your nighttime routine. And importantly, these are not sedatives. They don't knock you out. They support the body's natural ability to fall and stay asleep, which is far safer and more sustainable over time. Now, we'll look at something that might surprise you. Why a warm drink before bed, not cold, may actually help you cool down and enter deep sleep faster. Here's something that might surprise you. To fall asleep and stay asleep, your body needs to cool down internally by about 2 degrees Fahrenheit, not heat up. And yet, many people go to bed with their room too warm, their body overstimulated, or, ironically, drinking ice-cold water, thinking it will help. But what the research shows is counterintuitive. In many cases, a warm drink before bed can actually help you sleep better than a cold one. Let's break this down. Your body has a built-in system called thermoregulation. It constantly adjusts your internal temperature based on your environment, your activity, and your circadian rhythm. In the hours before bed, your brain, specifically the suprachiasmatic nucleus, begins signaling your core temperature to gradually drop. This cooling process is essential for activating melatonin and allowing your body to transition into non-REM deep sleep. But if your hands and feet are cold, or if your temperature drops too fast due to ice water, your body enters a state of thermal defense, trying to preserve core warmth. That delays the release of melatonin and keeps your brain alert. Here's where a warm bedtime drink comes in, ideally one that includes magnesium and glycine, as we discussed earlier. That warmth dilates blood vessels near the skin's surface, a process called vasodilation. When that happens, your body can more efficiently release heat from the core, allowing it to cool internally and trigger sleep faster. Think of it like opening a window in a warm room. The heat has somewhere to go. That's what vasodilation does. One clinical study published in Sleep Medicine Reviews found that passive body heating, whether from a warm bath or warm drink, reduced the time it took to fall asleep by up to 36% and increased slow-wave sleep. That's the phase of sleep most responsible for physical repair, memory consolidation, and immune function. So instead of reaching for ice water or skipping fluids entirely, consider this 30 to 60 minutes before bed. Warm water or herbal tea. Add in your magnesium glycinate. Mix with glycine or collagen peptides. Optional. A pinch of sea salt or potassium citrate for electrolyte balance. This creates both a physiological cue, warming the body, and a psychological cue, signaling it's time to wind down. Light bulb if you're starting to see how simple rituals, done right, can unlock better sleep. You're already ahead of most. And if you're finding value here, feel free to like this video or share it with someone who could use better sleep tonight. Now, we're going to add one final nutrient into the mix, one that supports not just sleep, but also joint repair, gut health, and brain function. It's hiding in plain sight, and it's called collagen. Collagen peptides and the glycine melatonin link. Let's talk about a sleep nutrient that almost no one associates with rest, even though it's quietly one of the most effective tools for deeper, longer sleep after 60. It's collagen peptides. Now, most people think of collagen for skin, hair, or joints, and yes, it's critical for all of those. But what many don't realize is that collagen is one of the richest natural sources of glycine, the amino acid we talked about earlier that cools your body, calms your brain, and helps regulate sleep onset. Here's where it gets interesting. Glycine doesn't just help you fall asleep. It also enhances your body's natural melatonin production, and it does it without disrupting your hormonal rhythm the way synthetic melatonin pills can. You see, glycine works by interacting with NMDA and glycine receptors in the hypothalamus, the brain region that controls temperature, circadian rhythm, and hormone release. That activation supports the timed release of melatonin, helping your body stay in sync with its natural sleep-wake cycle, without the common side effects like morning grogginess or sleep cycle suppression that over-the-counter melatonin supplements often cause. In fact, a 2016 study in Frontiers in Nutrition found that consistent glycine intake improved sleep efficiency, reduced nighttime awakenings, and improved next-day mental clarity in older adults, even in those who were otherwise healthy. So where do collagen peptides come in? Collagen peptides, especially hydrolyzed collagen, are a convenient, absorbable source of glycine. 1 to 2 tablespoons of high-quality collagen powder can deliver 2 to 3 grams of glycine, making it easy to incorporate into your evening routine. Here's a practical protocol. About 30 to 60 minutes before bed, mix 1 scoop collagen peptides, 200 to 400 milligrams magnesium glycinate, a pinch of sea salt, optional, a few ounces of warm, unsweetened coconut water or chamomile tea. Stir into warm water, sip slowly. Add a drop of vanilla or cinnamon if you want to elevate the taste. This drink isn't just relaxing. It supports connective tissue repair, gut lining health, and overnight muscle recovery. That's especially important as we age and the body's natural collagen production declines. Another overlooked benefit? Blood sugar stability. Collagen, unlike sugary nighttime snacks, has no glucose spike, meaning it won't interfere with melatonin release or trigger nighttime awakenings from blood sugar drops. You may be wondering, can one simple drink really make that much difference? The answer is yes, when it's built around your biology. That's what we're doing here, designing habits that align with how your body actually works, not just forcing sleep with pills or routines that ignore deeper signals. Now, I'll walk you through the complete bedtime drink protocol, the exact formula that combines all these elements. You'll learn when to take it, what to mix it with, and how to turn it into a calming ritual you look forward to each night. A bedtime drink protocol that combines all these tools. Now that you understand the why behind each piece, low adenosine, hydration timing, magnesium, glycine, core temperature, and collagen, let's put it all together. What follows is a science-based bedtime drink protocol designed specifically for people over 60 who struggle with staying asleep. It's simple, natural, and grounded in real physiology, not trends or quick fixes. Here's what you'll need. 1 scoop collagen peptides, about 10 to 15 grams, rich in glycine, which calms the brain, lowers core temperature, and enhances melatonin signaling. 200 to 400 milligrams magnesium glycinate. This form is calming, easy to digest, and directly supports GABA activation, your brain's main inhibitory, sleep-promoting neurotransmitter. 1 pinch of sea salt or 1/8 TSP potassium citrate, or a splash of unsweetened coconut water. These trace electrolytes prevent overnight mineral loss that can lead to restlessness or waking up to urinate. Optional, 1 to 2 teaspoons apple cider vinegar or lemon juice. This helps digestion and stabilizes blood sugar, especially helpful if your sleep is interrupted around 2 to 3 a.m., when blood sugar often dips. 8 to 10 ounces warm water or herbal tea. The warmth encourages vasodilation, which helps the body release heat and prepare for deep sleep. Preparation protocol, timing matters. Start winding down 60 minutes before bed. Dim the lights, lower screen brightness, and avoid stimulating conversations or news. Mix your ingredients and sip your drink slowly. This isn't just about nutrients. It's about sending your brain a clear signal. We're done for the day. After drinking, try light stretching, soft music, or breath work, such as the 4-7-8 breathing technique, to reinforce the parasympathetic response, your rest and repair mode. This entire process helps build a reliable nighttime pattern, which reinforces your circadian rhythm and helps restore the deep, uninterrupted sleep you may not have had in years. And here's something beautiful. This protocol doesn't just help with sleep. The glycine and collagen support joint recovery and gut lining repair, while magnesium reduces inflammation and supports cardiovascular health. You're not just sleeping, you're healing. So before you reach for over-the-counter sleep aids that disrupt your brain's natural rhythm, try this. 1 warm, mineral-rich drink that tells your nervous system, you're safe. You can rest now. Remember, great sleep isn't about forcing yourself to shut down. It's about supporting the systems that know how to do it naturally, when given the right tools, at the right time. Now, I will recap the key takeaways, and leave you with a final challenge to put this into action tonight. Let's take a moment to step back and reflect on everything we've covered, because the real power of this information isn't just in knowing it. It's in using it. If you're over 60 and waking up in the middle of the night, tossing and turning, or feeling like your sleep just isn't what it used to be, now you know why. And more importantly, you know what to do about it. First, we uncovered how your sleep drive, powered by adenosine, weakens with age. That means you need stronger cues to help your brain transition into sleep. Regular wake-up times, morning light, and reducing late-day caffeine help rebuild that pressure naturally. Second, we addressed the timing of hydration. Drinking plain water right before bed may seem harmless, but it can actually dilute essential minerals, triggering micro-awakenings or nighttime urination. By adding just a pinch of electrolytes, you shift from disruptive to supportive hydration. Third, we dove into magnesium and glycine, your brain's natural off switches. Magnesium calms the electrical chatter in your mind. Glycine helps cool your core body temperature, signaling melatonin and helping you slide into deeper sleep cycles. Fourth, we talked about the surprising role of temperature. Your body needs to cool down to fall asleep, and a warm drink, not a cold one, helps you do just that by opening blood vessels and letting your body release internal heat. Then, we explored collagen peptides, not just for joints, but as a powerful source of glycine to enhance melatonin, reduce anxiety, and improve sleep continuity. 1 scoop delivers deep rest and cellular repair. Finally, we brought it all together into one calming, nutrient-rich bedtime drink. A simple, soothing routine that supports your biology rather than working against it. Here's what you can do starting tonight. Crescent Moon, your sleep drink challenge. Just once, try replacing your usual nighttime routine with the drink we discussed. Warm water or herbal tea. 1 scoop collagen peptides. 200 to 400 milligrams magnesium glycinate. A pinch of sea salt or potassium. Optional, lemon juice or apple cider vinegar. Sip it slowly, dim the lights, and give your brain the message it's been waiting for. You can rest now, and give it a few nights. Let your body relearn what deep sleep feels like, not through force, but through alignment with how your biology actually works. When you do this consistently, you're not just improving sleep. You're supporting muscle recovery, hormone balance, immune repair, memory, and mood. All of it starts with sleep and the way we prepare for it. I'd love to hear from you. What part of this protocol are you most excited to try? Leave a comment below. If this video helped you, like it and share it with someone in your life who struggles with sleep. It might be the thing they've been missing. And if you'd like more tools like this, grounded in science, easy to understand, and designed to help you age with strength and clarity, hit that subscribe button. We're building a community here, one habit at a time. You're not too old to sleep well. You're not broken. You just haven't been shown how to work with your body's changing needs. But now you know. And that changes everything. Sleep well, and I'll see you in the next one. Subscribe.